Welcome to the lesson on niche segmentation. Everything is moving. Now we are in a good situation to sort of like start in niching down, right? Sort of like mastering this segmentation to have like this explosive growth, because it's not about like shooting into the air and hope that there is like a pigeon coming down or a partridge or something. It's about being specific. It's about knowing what to pick and how to get in there. We're going beyond the fluff and diving deep into how you can leverage the segmentation to target better, convert more, and dominate your market or your specific market. It can be anything in financial business, insurance, fintechs, anything. So I'm going to actually be providing specific examples because I really want to be actionable in here. So let's get started. Why niche segmentation is your secret weapon here? Most marketers make the mistake of casting a wide net. So hoping to attract anyone and everyone, but here's the truth. If you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. Niche segmentation is about getting laser focused on a specific audience, right? So you can craft messaging that hits home. At least start from there. Then you can actually implement and start like picking specific things, doing the upselling and all that stuff. But you need to be renowned, or you need to be specific about something specific. This is what separates marketers who are guessing from those who dominate. It might be counterintuitive, but sometimes less is more. So being specific is better than being like offering everything. Dominate your category. So let me show you how this matters with some examples. Okay. In wealth management, so let's say that you're targeting high net worth individuals, right? This is a very typical audience there. So they're not just looking for any investment advice, right? They want tax efficiency, estate planning, legacy management. Your messaging needs to focus on preserving their wealth and leaving a legacy, for example. Insurance brokers, if you're focusing on small business insurance, your clients are worried about liability risk, business continuity, if there is like an hurricane coming, address those fears directly, right? And show them how you can protect everything that they've been working for. So give them that, but be specific about maybe in the niche, even in the territory, like if they're in construction, be something related to that, but focus on be special about that. And the fintech startups, for example, if your audience is tech savvy millennials, they might be specialized in AI or something like that. They value speed, simplicity, go to market, bootstrapping, all that stuff. So forget about the physical location and complex processes. They want to actually make it easy in order to capitalize themselves, and actually to have like a clear roadmap or things like that. So they care about how you and everything makes saving and investing easier and faster. Banks, credit unions, same type of deal. I mean, it can be product specific, but if you're like talking about the credit union and you're aiming to low income, they need to understand, they're like trusting you, things like that. I mean, it's just that everything has its own specific characteristics, so you have to actually study, but mainly niche down, pick the people, pick the specific audience. So how do you define your ideal client? Here's where it comes. So you have to, this isn't some big profile. I mean, I don't really like the persona thing that is being typical in marketing, but I'm going to actually share later my blueprint on how you should be creating that target audience. It's about getting specific so you can understand what really drives them. This is crucial. So here's the three-step process. First, you have to identify the core needs. How you do that? What is their top priority, right? Wealth managers target those who are in need of retirement planning or tax efficient strategies. Insurance brokers focus on business owners who need liability coverage, right? Fintech, it's all about automating finances for busy professionals, or to make it easy, or to access funding, for example. So, second, map their journey, making it simple, easy, actionable, blueprinted. So now where they are in their financial journey, they might be in different situations, same as the buyer journey. Why are they newly affluent, just starting to build their wealth, or experienced investors looking to optimize? So the third thing is understand the emotional triggers here. So you have to understand and get inside their heads, their decision-making process, their mental barriers, everything that actually it's in their situation. But those are like very specifics, you know. It's like it's not about like about soccer. It's about like goalkeepers that are like be specific. You know, what keeps them up at night? Is it outliving their retirement savings? Huh? Facing a lawsuit without any coverage? Your messaging needs to address those deep-seated fears and desire. We all know that in social, what really works is actually making people afraid. You know, the emotional triggers are called. But we will get into that later. So now, let's make this actionable. So here's your client persona checklist. I'm not really in the mood of calling it persona, but for now, let's call it that way. So use this to build out detailed profiles on your ideal client. So now exactly you know what to say and how to say it. So first you have to understand their core pain points. What keeps them up at night? For wealth manager clients, for credit union members, for everyone, it's often the fear of losing wealth, taxes, or not being access or not accessing to funds. So, or being like thinking that I might get making the right decision. So you have to understand those core pay points. Second, values. Do they care more about security or growth? Are they looking for transparency or high returns? What are they looking for? This is Maslow all the way. So three, needs and desire. What's their end game, right? What's the outcome? Early retirement, business expansion, simply peace of mind, you know, all that stuff. And four, communication style. Do they prefer like the data heavy reports, straightforward summary, person actually a talking head in social explaining them like here are the three tips to blah 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 blah, you know? You have to understand how to deliver your message, but in order to actually get to this fourth step, you have to understand the three steps previous, and it's sort of like a building process. Once you have that, it's going to be very easy to understand who is your main, look at my face, I hate to say persona, but who's your main audience, who's your main persona. So next, what are the actions? What is the action step here that I want from you? You have to create like your ideal, your ICP. You know, your or in Spanish PCI. You know, your ideal client profile. I'm gonna share with you, as I said, very detailed how to do this, but let's put this into practice and an interactive exercise. I want you to get a piece of paper. You know, you're going to download the PDF that I'm going to share below. So you have to use it to build out a detailed profile of your ideal client. Don't just guess. Just get specific. Okay. By the way, for those that are watching this in YouTube, I'm gonna share the link for my school community. You can click on it and join. It's perfectly free. So then you have, as a third step, once you actually created the profile, you have to focus on defining one key trait that sets your niche apart. This is not about like um, you have to look for high net worth individuals prioritizing tax efficiency, for example, or tech savvy millennials avoiding the traditional banks, right? Or people that are like Hispanics, first generation, that they just came to the country and they need access to funds, but they don't know how to build their credit. Things like that. So you have to understand that. And 4, you have to share your key trait in the community for feedback. This is how we all learn and improve. Sometimes we think very subjectively. So we need to actually share that. And by giving, you will be receiving the insight. You have to be in there. You have to expose yourself there. I mean, and forget the ego. I mean, the ego is not worth it. By the way, read the book. Ego is the enemy. Very good book. The next tip. Here's the bottom line. Niche segmentation is your competitive edge. Okay? So, in here, it's not just about getting more leads. Okay? It's about getting the right leads. Sometimes a lead is not exactly a converting lead and actually makes you waste your time. So you have to focus on the efforts, speak directly to their pain points, and watch how quickly you start attracting your clients who truly value what you offer. You put in the work on this, and you'll see the results that most competitors can only dream of. But you have to start building, and you have to specialize. It's not about being a jack of all trades. It's about being the best at something specific. Click the link below. So in here in the school, you will be able to download your client checklist. Okay, to create your PCI. Or in English is CPI. So start building on your ideal client profile, ICP, yeah, and get laser focused on what you are targeting. Right, this is where the game changes. Okay, I have wasted so much time in my life trying to not doing this homework right. So the reason why we are doing this in the lesson number 4, it's because I understand that this is crucial. Sometimes you have to be the best at something, specifically, not always, for someone, you are the right person for that someone. So it's not about being general, it's about being specific. So yeah, I'm not going to continue anymore. This is all. So thank you for diving into this lesson. Now it's time to put what you've learned in action. So go ahead, go to my school, go to the classroom, lesson number 4, and download that checklist and do this homework. So please go there and also share your persona insights with the community. Check out the next lesson and let's keep leveling up together. So remember, this isn't about knowing more, it's about doing more. So see you in the community, and if you are in YouTube, please follow, and see you later in the next one. Thank you.